two married people, you should be combining all of that money in one account, right? That's where it goes. I don't care what they try to tell you. Like, I really don't. Like, it's annoying to me when two married folks have separate accounts, money going here. I'm paying the light bill. We're going half on the mortgage. Guys, stop that. Like that's a freaking partnership. That's not a marriage. It should be the money's coming into one account. Now, here's the thing.
Why does that make you so angry?
Because it just, you don't do, when you two become one, that's in everything. All right, guys, here we go. Another episode of Matrimony and Money. I'm Sherman with my co-host,
Cristina.
We're excited. We're excited to jump into it this week, guys. We had a lot of feedback from last week. So it's good to see that people are actually listening. Because, you know, when you do this, you're just talking to the camera and you put it out there for the world to see, and you hope that it adds value. But it seems that way. So we're excited. Guys, this week we're going to be talking about, you know, sort of a serious topic, but we're going to have a little fun with it. And it's something that I call financial infidelity. Right? Let's sort of talk about it, right? Let's sort of talk about what financial infidelity is, right? I know that, you know, we hear, you've heard before, maybe you do it. Tisk, tisk, if you do. You know.
We've all done it.
I've never.
That's a lie. That's a lie.
Well, we got to explain what financial infidelity
is.
So financial infidelity is like, like I'm just going to buy this out of an account that this person doesn't know about, or I'm going to, you know, overspend on this thing, even though we've agreed to a budget of X amount. I'm going to spend Y because they're really not going to notice. It's not a big deal. Things of that nature. Just not being totally transparent and honest when it comes to the finances, right? To me, that's a big deal, personally.
It is.
Because I believe that
I just don't like that word infidelity.
Well,
it's not
it is provocative, and the people like it.
It is. Right?
I mean, I've heard, listen, don't kill me, ladies, but I heard plenty of women say, oh yeah, like he'll never know. Like that's coming out of my account that he doesn't know about.
I don't want to put your business out there. But like, do you remember that one time when you got in that accident? And then I was like, oh, we're going to pay off debt with that. And then we went on our 10-year anniversary.
Oh, yes. Let's dive into that. Let's dive into it. Yeah.
When you upgraded my ring.
Yeah, let's talk about that. Okay. Guys.
And I was very upset about, by the way, because I had goals.
So we're going to go on a tangent. We're starting off. Going to go on a tangent. So
is that allowed?
This was years ago. Man.
I'm all about truth.
10-year
anniversary.
Yeah, but
we're going on 21.
So this is
we're gonna be married 21 years.
So it was 11 years ago. 11 years ago, we were at the gym. I got into an accident. I got rear-ended by another car. You know, blah blah blah. Had to ride in the ambulance. It
was serious.
Yeah, it was a serious accident. Long story short, we ended up getting a little settlement or whatever.
No idea we were getting this.
Yeah, we didn't.
No idea.
Like, it sort of just happened. I remember insurance coming to ask all these questions. Time go by, we get a check.
We're like, why?
The check wasn't a ton. It was a couple $1,000, few $1,000s. But nevertheless, we got this check. So now we're 10 years into marriage. We're grinding.
I'm managing the finances.
Yes,
Christina's
managing the finances. We're grinding, hustling. Guys, I'm tired. This is early because I was actually going to the gymnastics place that we used to rent. So it was early in the process. I'm going there. I was working.
You were competing for regionals.
Like I was working long days, 6 a.m. to 9 p.m.
So hard.
Not making a lot of money. So we get this windfall of just say $3,000.
That's how much it was.
To me, I'm like, hoo, we've won the lottery. So I'm like,
first to know now.
So I'm like, okay, 10-year anniversary coming up. Me being the great husband that I am, what am I going to do with this money? Not going to pay off the debt that we have. Not going to.
Could have helped.
Not going to increase the emergency fund like I should. I'm going to take my wife on a 10-year anniversary trip to Mexico. We stayed at one of those all-inclusive things.
We had never taken a vacation before.
10 years
in our whole marriage.
Yes, we had never taken a vacation. So I'm under the assumption that I'm doing a great thing for my wife, a phenomenal thing. And this ungrateful, this godly woman.
I was so mad.
I was
in tears.
Like, she was angry.
I was like, what do you mean? So it's it's gone? Like it's
spend it. I deserve this.
He's like, we're going to an all-inclusive. It was a cheap all-inclusive, which is my favorite trip so far.
Stop.
Out of all the places we've been to. My favorite. But it was very emotional for us. It was our first time away from the kids. My parents agreed to watch them. That was a blessing. So, but I'm just like, wait, I could have taken a chunk.
And $3,000 back, that was a lot of money for us.
Especially for our little little molehill that we had. I was like, dude, I'm going to take 2 or 3 cards out, Not that we had a lot of cards anyways. I think it was just one. But anyways, I was going to do some things. I was turning water into wine with this money.
So, I guess
I had plans for it.
I guess that's one time that I had a little financial infidelity, but I thought I was doing the right thing, and I didn't hide it from her. I told her. I didn't tell her.
No. You booked it, and then you told me.
Yes,
that's a surprise.
I like surprising my wife. But
his love language is surprising.
But listen, here's the thing. Nevertheless, we had a great time.
We did. It was my best trip ever.
It birthed a travel bug in us for sure.
For sure.
But
that's a great memory.
But I guess that's a time that I did. So all that to be said,
I'm just saying,
we're
not perfect.
Everyone's done it. But guys, on a more serious note, and I believe that this is something that happens too often that keeps couples sort of divided and on the edge about money. Mm-hmm. Because I don't believe that it's necessarily out of, bad intentions per se. I believe a big piece of it is shame or the fear of it's going to turn into an argument. Oh no, they're not going to agree with it, so I'm just going to do it.
That's true.
But I believe that it is something that has to be cut off and stopped right now in your marriage if you're doing that. Ladies, guys,
Okay, but can I say something?
Yes.
It's because, at least for me, especially when I was like, okay, we can share the budget and the finances now, or you can just take over it because it's so stressful for me. And I was so to the penny. I think it's because we don't want to ask daddy for permission. I mean, a big part of why women do it is because it's their money too, especially if you're a homemaker. And so they feel bad being a burden, but this sale just happened and it's never going to come back ever again.
But
and it's 70% off and it's a little over budget, but it's not that much over budget.
Over budget.
And it's things that we need.
You don't need it.
Yes, we do. We need it. A good sale on, underwear or socks or whatever for the kids. And so there's different scenarios that make people financially unfaithful is what I'm saying. And then there's also different thought processes.
So that makes it right?
No, it doesn't make it right,
okay.
Especially if you agreed with it.
Okay.
But then it's just how many times I've done it to you. I don't do it to you, but for me, I was never, I don't think I've ever been financially, financial. Yes, I have to have. I've been unfaithful with my finances, right? Have I? I'm asking you a question.
Maybe a little from time to time.
From time to time, right? So my thing is, he's not answering his phone. It went on 90% off sale and they're closing and, it's not but in 2 weeks, it'll be in the budget again because then we'll get paid in 2 weeks. So I'm just going to deduct it from that paycheck.
You can't spend money that you don't have. It doesn't work like that.
Yes, you can.
Anyone listening to this, you cannot spend money that you don't have.
It's girl math. It is I'm saving my money. I'm actually saving my husband. One time, a rug went on sale, stayed up till midnight, that next morning I was going to go off 80% sale. Do you remember that? For this house. And I was well, I don't have that, but I will in a week. So I'm saving you 78% off or whatever it was. So I bought it on our emergency credit card. And then immediately when I got paid, it was only $150 for this big 9x12. I was this is amazing. You're welcome, family, for having a rug to put your feet on.
No, yeah. So, guys,
but you have to be like I'm good with the finances, so I'm not saying I'm gonna pay it back, and then I'm like, oops, I forgot to pay it back, and something else.
No, but you said something earlier where you were sort of like, oh,
I teeter-totter. I think infidelity is a strong word.
It is a strong word, and to me, it's
I'm not
a strong
cheating on you with another guy. My heart is not in the wrong
Yes, you are. You
place.
cheating on me with Benjamin Franklin and Andrew Jackson and Abraham Lincoln and George Washington. Yes, you are.
They're dead. It's not gonna last.
So, but in all seriousness, like,
I like to play devil's advocate in our marriage.
Yes, I mean, you can make light of it, but I think this is a real problem.
It is. When you have when you're hiding packages, or you're saying, hey, open the garage, I'm going to slip some packages in their clothes, and don't tell your daddy. So I have heard women do this. That is wrong. It's extremely wrong. Unless it's a birthday surprise that you budgeted for, you shouldn't be hiding packages and stuff but this is very controversial.
Yeah, no, it is. No, it's definitely
because there's times that I have done that too. Actually,
it doesn't make it right.
I feel very convicted.
It doesn't make it. You should.
I don't know.
And a big piece of it is, guys, really, it comes down to communication. It comes back to those money dates, right?
Yeah.
That you have to have, because everyone needs to be on the same page. Again, I know piece of it is most marriages, guys, you're totally normal. Most marriages are going to have two people that are wired completely different when it comes to money. And that's okay. The issue becomes when you have these two people that are wired so differently, and then they don't communicate and come to an agreement. Now, this person's upset at this person, the other person upset because they just can't get on the same page. That's the reason I'm so big on these money dates, because it just keeps the stress down. Even though the money dates in the beginning may be a little tense because you don't know how to really handle and talk about it, but long term, it really does go a long way, because I just hate to hear it. Even when someone jokingly says it, again, I don't believe that it is my money. Okay, so you're a homemaker. You don't make real money outside of the home. But for me, I couldn't do what I do if you didn't take care of the home and all of that stuff. So I don't like the whole.
I love when you say that.
I don't like the whole. Well, it's the truth, right? I don't like the whole my money, his money, all the money.
Yeah, our kids have brought that up several times, and I'm like, there was a time when I worked 3 jobs, and it's been a give or take in our marriage. It's never been just, in the beginning it was me, and then it shifted to you, and then it shifted to us together, and now it's primarily back to you. So it's just, in our marriage, we've done this back and forth of, who helps and in what seasons and for what goals. And that's a whole nother podcast, but, this is a big thing to our kids too, because our kids will try to guilt me and being like, you're supposed to stick to a budget. We can't do this, or whatever, if we have it in our fun budget or adventure budget or whatever it is, they try to hold me accountable to, I'm going to tell daddy. And that's one thing we've had to be like, no, this is our money. So I appreciate you saying that, because some women don't feel that way.
And that's, that's the husband's fault. But I believe that everything should be going in one account, guys. I don't care what they're going to tell you. I don't care who disagrees with it. I stand firmly on this. So if you're two married people, you should be combining all of that money in one account, right? That's where it goes. I don't care what they try to tell you. I really don't. It's annoying to me when two married folks have separate accounts, money going here. I'm paying the light bill. We're going half on the mortgage. Guys, stop that. That's a freaking partnership. That's not a marriage. It should be the money's coming into one account. Now, here's the thing.
Why does that make you so angry?
Because it just, you don't do, when you two become one, that's in everything. Finances, you do a lot of stuff.
Have you seen that meme where the wife is she comes to the husband and she says, I'm not going to be able to help with the light bill this month. Yeah. And he's like, what are you talking about? You never help with anything. And it's like but yes, it's because of that. It's because two do become one.
Yeah,
and it shouldn't be like, well, I'm going to help you with your cell phone but there's an interesting dynamic that we have because I got used to working for so long and being a big contributor to the family before I decided to stay home and homeschool and all the things.
Now you're a bigger contributor. I make more money now than we've ever made, but again, I'm not saying
no, but like
I'm not jokingly saying
no,
that.
no, I know. But what we do is because I don't trust myself, because I have a reputation, not being financially unfaithful, but I gave myself a sub account where instead of just like keeping up with the line item, that is my budget.
Yeah, I don't have
and I love that because I can get him, his birthday's coming up this Saturday. I can get birthday presents. I can do things where he won't see the transactions coming in and he can always check it. He has access to it. It comes off of our account, but it's like my money. Like, don't touch my money.
Yeah, no, right. I don't have an issue
because a lot of couples have asked me that. Well, it's, then how do you buy gifts and how do you do that? That's how we do it. We do a sub account that we both have access to. And we put a certain amount of money in that. That's my budget to spend on whatever I want.
Correct. That's basically her, because I don't have a sub account. Again, I'm not a spender person. I spend out of the main account. If we let her spend out of the main account may get sort of light or anorexic.
But life would be so pretty.
Ooh, man, it would be. So, but nevertheless, guys, like, in all seriousness, if you're married and you listen to this and your finances are combined, I don't care. Oh, we've been doing it. I know plenty of people. I don't care. It's not the right way. I stand firmly on that. Write in the comments, send me hate mail. I don't care. When you're married, your incomes go to one account, and then if you guys want to section it off, but again, that's just annoying to me when I hear people talking about, oh, well, no, I pay the light bill or I pay the whatever. What are we doing here? That's dumb.
I can't help with the mortgage.
Yeah. So, but I believe that's a big thing that, it all comes, this whole financial infidelity really comes down to, the communication. And for me, if I'm being totally honest, the reason that I really don't like this for married couples, not necessarily if I'm being totally honest and transparent, I'm not really worried about the women a ton. It's really dudes, right? Men need accountability.
How?
Men need accountability with what they have going on, right? Mm-hmm. Like, men need accountability, right? There's a lot pulling at us, at men, trying to distract you and stuff like that. And if there's no guardrails around,
right?
Oh, I'm just gonna spend a little bit on this and that, and you're just doing things that are just horrible for your marriage, but no one can check you. But if you know that everything was in one account, your wife's gonna see that you're spending money on XYZ that you shouldn't be. That holds you accountable. So for me, like, yes.
That's a good point.
That's a great point. That's a very
moral issues, especially, and it could be from subscriptions, to hotel rooms and nights out and vices.
Correct. What's my Whitney Houston song name? Well, what's the name of that song? Where she's singing about, he said he went out with his boys, but she saw the receipt and only 2 of them ate. I don't know. I can't remember, but Whitney, that's what I'm talking about.
I'm going to make it anyway. I'm going to pack your basket up and...
No, I don't know. But anyway, you should not, again, guys, combine those finances, right? Just keep it simple. Yeah. One account. If you want to break off account where, okay, well, this is hubby's, this is wife's, you get X amount per month, you can spend on whatever, but everyone should have access to anything. There should be no secret accounts, no hidden accounts, no slush funds for this. I just don't think that builds trust in a long lasting marriage. I would hate for my wife to think that I have, all of this money in another account just in case it doesn't work out with us, or like, what?
I wish you would. I really wish you would.
But I want you to speak a couple of things. I think the women really need to, because for me,
it's wrong, guys. I'll admit it.
I've just seen it more in women than guys.
Well, for me, it was because I worked so much before, and I, for a season, I was the breadwinner. I think it was like having to submit to that. Okay, now we split this evenly, and the same fears that men, that men have that their wives are going to spend all the money, this, that, and the other, are the same fears that women are going to have about being controlled and being told no. And there are many times I'd be like, you're not my dad. Like, we have to like talk about this and agree on it. Cause he was just so, at first when I was managing the finances, I was very like, that trip bothered me a lot, actually.
We had a great time.
It's definitely what
it
made our marriage way better, and definitely needed. We were pretty much in crisis mode because we were just surviving every day for 10 years. Just trying to make it, just working, grind. And if you own a business, it just never stops. It's over and over. But when you took over the finances, and I'm just like, I'm just tired. I want to focus on the kids, and let's just lay out and have these meetings and lay out the budget. It became of, well, am I being controlled? Like, I really need this. Pride. I really want this.
Pride.
Call it what you want.
Pride.
Call it what you want.
Mm-mm-mm.
So pride comes in, and it's just like, wait, who are you to tell me? Like, because, you just don't like being told no. And I love this about Sherman. One of the biggest things when we were first starting off and really getting into budgeting and the snowball, method is the one thing that you were asked, what bothers you the most about this whole thing, about paying out? It wasn't working like a dog 24/7. It wasn't, what was it?
Yeah, I would have to tell my wife no to specific things that she couldn't have. She would want something. I can't give that to you. And they're like, we can't do
And
that.
I never asked for anything. So I think when we got married and started having kids, then I would start asking for stuff or start requesting things, or we need this, that, and the other. He hated when he had to tell me, no, we can't afford that. No, we can't do that. No, we can't partake in that. He hated that. That's when I took over the finances so that he wouldn't have to, so I could see it for myself. So that's an interesting dynamic. And I just encourage the women, like, there's nothing good that comes out of fear or pride. Pride is just, what'd you always say pride was? You thinking you deserve more than you actually deserve. So for me, it's a give and take. It's something that you have to discuss. I don't want to hide packages from him unless it's his birthday. I'm not trying to hide things. I'm not trying to sneak, and I'm definitely not trying to teach my children that you have to hide how much you're spending from each other. We support each other. When mommy does something, or goes shopping, daddies, they're applauding it and saying, yeah, that's great. You deserve that. Like, that's awesome. Like, it's never like, oh, I gotta sneak it and not let daddy know and all this fear. Because I know that they're sensitive to that because we've been on this very public journey of being debt free together. So I have to be especially careful to be like, oh, that goes over the budget. You know what? We'll just wait. We'll pray about it. We'll wait and see if it's important enough or what we can do about that.
Yeah, because, here's the thing, guys. It's not the only shirt or dress that store is going to make. I promise you there will be other sales.
In your size.
Right?
And when it fits you like a glove, I'm like, gosh. I still have dresses that I think about, or outfits, and I'm like.
So, guys.
I guess I'll settle for these that don't fit me right on my waist.
Correct. You'll be fine. You'll be fine.
I'll be fine and uncomfortable.
Because I really do believe that if we didn't get on the same page, I know if we weren't on the same page financially, it would have been impossible for us to pay off $203,000 in 27 months.
Yeah, because it hurt.
It would have been impossible. Yeah. That was short-term discomfort. Sometimes I would get angry because I'm having to make these big payments. But again, once we finish and we look back, it was definitely worth it. It's like a no-brainer, right? Like we wouldn't be sitting in our home now.
We were actually mad we didn't do it sooner.
Oh, for sure. Again, we always talk about the gamblers, Nick and Anita. They did it early in their marriage, and I'm thinking like, man.
And we're watching them the whole time.
It's like, why are they doing this?
I'm like, gosh, you're saying no to everything, every little thing.
And now I wish that we would have done it earlier. It would have been less money. It would have been a little bit easier. But
and they were so gracious, trying to help.
They were. Like, it was great. So
love them.
Guys, so I'm going to give you 3 things that you need to do this week. You need to do 3 things this week. The first one, have the full disclosure conversation. Right? You got to sit down with your spouse. You got to tell them stuff you've been hiding. You got to talk about. You have to have that meeting because you just have to wipe the slate clean.
What do you mean? Like what? Like what?
Hey, honey, I have this account over here. I've been putting money into it for years.
Like that? You think people have accounts like hidden like that for years?
Yeah, I think so. And then also you need to tell, hey, I've been spending a little money. I know you don't know this, but like I shouldn't do that. Like, let's get on the same page. I think you need to have that full disclosure meeting. Step 2 would be, I think you need to, after you have that uncomfortable meeting, it will be uncomfortable. Mm-hmm. Now you guys need to set the budget for yourselves, right? You need to set the budget for yourselves. And then you guys also need to decide on a purchasing threshold, right? So let's just say that you guys have a fund for, whatever. But you guys decide, hey, any purchase over, I'm just making numbers up, any purchase over $500, we need to talk about this.
Yeah.
Like
that's fair.
You need to set a purchasing threshold and get on a budget, right? So the 2 is sort of 2A and 2B. You need a budget, you need to set the purchasing threshold. Because a lot of times, guys, if I'm being honest, most people make enough money, they just don't keep enough money. Most people make enough money, they just don't keep enough.
What do they say? It's easy to make $1 million, not keep it.
Yes, it is much easier to.
We should have a podcast on how to spend the money. That's what I'm.
No, it is much easier to make $1 million than it is to keep $1 million. Right?
We always heard that.
We always heard it, and I didn't understand it, but now I definitely know it is much easier to make $1 million than it is to keep $1 million.
Right.
And then step 3, you guys need to start having those weekly money date nights. If you don't know where to start,
Stephanie Thorndike said that she agreed with like having the meeting. Now, don't call it a date night. It really is not a date. But she agreed with me or you.
No, she's agreeing with you. No, it is a date night because you're still getting out and you're going to go and sit down somewhere quiet. You're spending.
Meeting.
Okay. Start having the weekly meeting with your spouse about you guys.
And then go on a date night after that.
Then go on a date night. That's fine, whatever. And depending on your budget, depends on where you go to eat. Maybe it's Chick-fil-A. Maybe it's.
That's fine.
Ponderosa. Maybe, I don't know.
Where's Ponderosa? I haven't even heard of that in a million years.
A buffet. But guys, like.
Buffets are expensive. Sorry.
I can't remember the last time.
Yeah, when we took the kids to the.
I'm not eating at a trough. I call them troughs. Yeah, I know.
Honey,
we took
kids.
We took, so our kids, someone in my family, they always tell the kids about, what's the name of that place? Golden Corral. So they were telling my kids about Golden Corral. So we're traveling, we're driving back.
But like, what do you mean? You can eat whatever you want as long as you want?
My kids couldn't wrap their minds around.
So we had to.
A buffet.
We had to find one and drive to one.
So we found a Golden Corral.
And they ate nothing. They ate half a plate.
And we went to the Golden Corral, and it was like it was when I was a kid.
It was amazing.
I hated it now.
It was amazing.
And carpet on the floor. Ugh. But nevertheless, the kids thought that was the best restaurant in the world because
they haven't asked to go back.
They have not, but I bet they would like to go back, but they haven't asked to go back. No. But they were just blown away that you sit there and you get all your food and you don't have to eat it all. You can go get more, and
there's like no limits.
Yeah. So anyway. Yeah, guys, but seriously, those are the 3 steps. And again, if you don't know that I have these date nights, obviously in the show notes you'll be able to download that for free, because we want to see you guys get on the same page with your finances so it will improve your marriage, right? We want to see your marriage great. We want to see your finances great. I mean, you guys listen to this. Really think about it. Really think about if your marriage was great and your finances were great. Really think about that. Like, what does that feel like? What does that look like? Those are the type of dream dates you guys should be having as well, because it's possible. Regardless of how far you seem off of it, how hard it seems, you can have that amazing marriage. You can have amazing finances, but it takes work. It is uncomfortable. And you just have to do the work. We believe in you guys. And we know you can do it. If you have any questions, comment under this podcast. We'll answer your questions. We'd love to see you guys just be great, right? Because at the end of the day, a better marriage is everything. So guys, as always, tell a friend to tune in, and we will chat with you guys next week. All right.